Time now for weather with Nebraska Extension Ag Climatologist and Market Journal Chief Meteorologist Al Dutcher. Al, we're almost into May. The old saying goes, April showers bring May flowers, but what does your forecast tell us?
Well, Troy, the old saying, April showers bring May flowers, is correct, but in this case, we have been seeing numerous April showers in northern Nebraska. Flowers are kind of hard to come by as we've been stuck in the cooler weather. The warmer conditions in southern Nebraska have brought out a flush of course, the flowers and the shrubs and the pollen, and we've had a lack of more significant moisture in the southern part of the state, so planting has taken off in earnest. Where the real issues lie is across the northern part of the state that has dealt with 3 precipitation events in this last week, the heaviest one occurring during the Wednesday through the Thursday time period, where we had anywhere from a 1/4 inch to upwards of an inch of moisture, anywhere from the north central portion of the state in through the northeastern part of the state. So as we go through this weekend, we do have the opportunity for some drier weather and windy conditions as the system that currently affecting us starts to push to the east. But once again, we turn our attention to next week, and some significant chances for precipitation exist almost on a daily basis through Thursday. So as we look at the upper air models, that wave that currently moved through the state is now pressing its way eastward. We're starting to see high pressure build in behind it, so the precipitation comes to an end in eastern Nebraska. We start to see clearing and windier conditions as high pressure settles in. That's going to keep some cooler conditions, particularly tomorrow morning into portions of northern Nebraska as we see a mix of rain and snow over northern Iowa. That's going to bring that cold air behind us, and don't be surprised to see scattered frost over the northern half of the state Sunday morning. And more importantly, another wave starts to make its way toward our region as we go through Sunday afternoon and evening as low pressure at the surface starts to develop in southwestern Kansas. We start to see that moisture breaking out during the day on Sunday, and that will progressively increase as it moves toward the east, with the main brunt of the activity pretty much across the areas that have been receiving the more significant moisture. Then that low pressure system moves into northern Wisconsin as we go into Monday, bringing all the more inclement weather with it. We get a slight break, and then when we start to see that trough digging in the western United States, ejecting out of the system as we go into the day on Tuesday. Low pressure once again starts to develop in the Texas Panhandle. That's going to get that moisture feed up toward the central plains, and we should see thunderstorms break out in Oklahoma and Kansas with more stratiform precipitation in western Nebraska. The trough tries to lift a little bit on Wednesday toward the central plains. Once again, that'll form another low pressure system ejecting out of that trough in southwest Kansas, a little bit farther toward the north. That's going to bring more significant stratiform precipitation to the northwestern Corn Belt and precipitation to the southeast, and then that wave over the overnight hours starts to move to eastern Nebraska, giving us a foundation for anywhere from a half to a 1/4 of an inch of precipitation, and then high pressure starts to firmly settle in during the day on Thursday, and we'll see this precipitation shield during the second half of the day move to the east. Friday we get a zonal flow, start to get some clearing conditions. Low pressure is shown at the surface in the northwestern Panhandle, but there's just no moisture feed that's going to be available to keep the system generating moisture across Nebraska. It will all be toward our south, and then it looks like we may have a little break as we go into next weekend in terms of precipitation. So the 8 to 14 day forecast does keep that cool air to our north and the warmth to the south. So anytime you have this big spread between above normal and below normal, guess where the storm track is? Laying it right across the central United States. So it does not look to me, Troy, like we are going to see a lot of activity planting next week. If we are going to see it, it's going to be in the more drier areas of the southern part of the state. But more importantly, it does look like an opportunity after next weekend for some planting to take place.